Hey everyone, so many years ago, 8 years ago perhaps, I did a video called the magic line, and the magic line is a very old makeup technique which is used to lift the features of the face, particularly the cheekbone area. It can be used for contouring, highlighting and or blusher, and it's a very specific way because as we get older things start to kind of move down and we may not want that. We may want to push things up again, and this technique works very well and I'll show you it, but your face shape will be different to mine, and this is really dependent on eye shape. If you have very wide set eyes, you're going to have very little room. If you have very close set eyes, you're going to have a lot of room. So you need to make adjustments as you go along, and I'll show you. What you want to do is imagine that there's an imaginary line from the outside corner of your eye, I'll look straight forward, going all the way down. So right here, if I turn to the side, this area here is the area where you apply your blusher, your highlighter and or your contour. You do not come past this imaginary line. And the reason being is because as you start to come forward, you start to encroach upon this area of the face. And it's not always that flattering for certain face shapes, particularly if you're aging and you really want to pull things up. By staying within the imaginary line, you are creating more lift on this outside section and keeping this interior lighter, which visually pulls things forward. Now, if you've got very wide set eyes, which means your eyes are much further out, you're going to have only a little bit of space. So you need to make adjustments. You may need to come in slightly. If you have very close set eyes, you may need to move out slightly. It just depends, but that's the kind of goal that we're aiming for. And this is the same for contour, blusher, or highlighter. As long as you stay within pretty much that same area, it's all going to work out quite well for you. And it can feel very short because, you know, a lot of times myself, I like to apply blusher underneath the eyes and go out that way. So when you're staying within such a small area, it can feel quite conflicting and constricting, but it does work really quite beautifully. So I'm just going to put a little tissue here on the outside corner of my eye, and we're going to use this as a guideline, and I'm going to apply some blusher onto this area right here, and then I'm just going to let go. And the goal that you're trying to do is create color here and have it stop. You'll blend it in a second, but that's the area right here where you want to apply your kind of face color. It comes from the back and then it stops as you look forward. Now, I don't know if you can see, but in my mirror, you can just see that color right here, and that's where you want it. Take a clean brush and lightly blend that color, which means you will be bleeding it forward slightly, but you want a soft edge. And then when you come to do the highlighter, it's in that same area as you just did. And you can blend it in if you like a blended highlight. I do. But you're getting the kind of shine right here at the upper part. And the reason that's important, and I'm a great example of this, is if I look forward, if I bring highlighter anywhere here, it's going to emphasize this bag here. And I don't want to emphasize that. It's already emphasized on my face. I don't need it to be overemphasized. And if I hit that with highlighter, I'm going to just say, hey, look, there's a bag under my eye. Would you like to see it? And I don't want to emphasize it. So by staying away from that area and keeping the highlighter higher and in that shorter period, I can achieve a lifted look, but I'm staying away from any areas that are problematic. And this works the same with your contour. You bring it in and out, but you don't come any farther forward than that outside corner of the line. I know it sounds simple and simplistic. You can go into the temples a little bit as well, which I love very much so, and just give it a blend. But that is the magic line. It works on everybody. You just need to move it forward or move it backwards, however you want to look at it, depending on your eye shape, to best suit your face shape. But it does work, and it does give a kind of visual pull to this outside corner of the face. And when you do your foundation and your concealer, this portion stays lighter, this has got the color, and you just get this kind of slight pull and lift, which looks very attractive as we get older. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Leave your comments. I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.